Welcome, friends. Today's practice is going to be a little bit of a workshop practice for us to get into mermaid or king pigeon pose. So we're going to need 2 blocks and a strap. We don't have a lot of time to really get into it completely, but I'll be able to show you a few tricks and ways to open up. It's a pretty intense back bend and quad opening as well as a hip opening. So there's a lot to do to get us into the pose. So let's begin. We'll start off by extending your right arm up, bending into your right elbow, and grab hold of your right elbow with your left hand and try hook the elbow behind you. At the same time, lengthen your spine. A few deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. So really just remember to work with what we've got. Anything that you're doing today is progress, I promise. And now grab hold of the other elbow. Keep gently expanding into the tricep. Good, and release your arms down, roll your shoulders back a couple of times. And now we're going to grab hold of the strap. I want you to get the strap a little bit wider than the shoulders, extending your arms up. Push the strap back as far as you can. If for you, you can get your arms all the way back, then I want you to bring your hands closer together. So I want you to find that sweet spot where you can't get your arms all the way back. And now draw your belly in, press your shoulders back. We'll do 10 pulses, pushing back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, be gentle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push back and then release the strap down. Extend your right arm up, bend into your right elbow, grab hold of your elbow again, and if this is where you want to stay, you can stay here, or you can wrap your left arm around your lower back to grab hold of your fingers. If you can't get your fingers, then use the strap behind you to grab hold of the strap. Try find space in the front body as you do this. We've got about 5 breaths here. And now the other side, extending your left arm, bending into your elbow, and grabbing hold of your fingers behind you. Option to use the strap. Point your left elbow up, your right elbow down, and really explore the opening. Try and relax your hips, lengthen into the middle back, neck. Imagine there's a string attached to the crown of your head as you're reaching up. Good job. And release the hands. Let's come onto our knees. Hands onto your lower back. Push your seat forward as you drop your head back for a back bend. Nice and slow. Remember, we're not very warm yet. Here we're opening up the quads as well as opening up the shoulders and creating space in the front body. One more breath. Rise up, all fours, and round your back for our cat shape. Neutral spine. Lift your right knee over to the right, creating circular motion with the hips, trying to keep equal weight on both hands. And then from here, we're heading into pigeon pose. So bring your right knee in front or next to your right thumb as you extend your left leg back. Stay upright as you open up the chest. We're not going to fold forward for this round. We're going to stay upright. Now make your way to all fours. Drop your belly down, inhale. Round your back, exhale. Neutral spine. Lift your left knee to the left and rotate the hips in one direction. Bring a little bit more weight onto your left hand. One more breath. And now pigeon pose with the left knee, extending the right leg back. Stay upright. Make your way to downward facing dog, bending into one knee at a time. Straighten out both legs. Sweep your right leg up, bend your right knee, rotate the hips. 5, 4, wide circles if you can. 3, 2, last one, and place your right knee next to your right thumb for your pigeon pose. Staying upright. If you are off balance, you can place the block underneath your right hip. Otherwise, interlace your hands behind you and reach back as you open up your shoulders. Release your hands down and walk over towards your left side, folding forward towards the left. Slowly climb back up, coming back to center. Make sure both your shoulders are facing forward. Now you're going to twist again over to your left side, but this time bend into your left knee to grab hold of your foot. If you can't grab hold of your foot, take your strap and grab hold of and wrap the strap around your foot so that you can hold onto the strap. What we're doing here is really just a quad stretch. We're twisting to the left and we're working on getting our heel towards our glute. If you feel like you're lopsided, again, the block underneath your right hip will help. And keep working on pushing your left heel towards your seat. Now remember guys, everyone is different. If you're nowhere near, it's okay. The stretch is still happening. We're still gaining mobility. And now release the foot. Now if you haven't got a block underneath your right hip, I would like everyone to place it underneath their hip because we're trying to get the shin in line with the short edge of the mat. If you're very mobile and you can already do this without the block, perfect. Move into it and fold all the way forward. We're just going to spend a couple of breaths here. And then slowly rise up. Come off the block and make your way to downward facing dog. Sweep your left leg up. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Circular motions with the hips 5 times. Nice and controlled, no rushing. As you finish your last one, come into pigeon pose. Using the block underneath your hip if you need to. Arms on either side, shoulders square, open up the chest. If you want to go deeper, interlace your hands behind you, lean back, squeeze into the inner thighs to get more stability, and release. Walk your hands over to the right and fold forward at an angle. Walk your hands back, turn to the front, lengthen your spine, realign your hips, see what you can let go of. We hold a lot of tension in our hips, so this is difficult for most of us. And now twist over to the right again. So either you're going to grab hold of a strap or you're going to grab hold of your foot with your hand. Doesn't matter what shape you're in. Make sure that you're twisting to your right. Your left hand can be in front of your left knee, behind your left knee, on your left knee, it doesn't matter. We're working on the quad opening here. So work on getting the heel towards the glute. I'm just showing you the direction that we're going to. It's going to look different for everyone. And release. Turn to the front. Place the block underneath your left hip. Parallel your shin. so it is in line with the front edge of your mat. Get the hips nice and square. Flex into your left foot, point your right toes away, and then fold forward. And let's rise up. Make your way to downward dog. In down dog, bend both knees and move your hips to the right. Over to the left. And returning to center. Knees on the ground. Hands onto your lower back for camel pose. And you can pretty much just stay here, enjoy. If you want to go deeper, grab hold of your ankles. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And one more breath. Returning to center, all fours. Take a moment. Okay, we're going to bring our left knee forward this time for pigeon, extending the right leg back. If you need to place the block underneath your hip, go for it. We're going to bend into your right knee, hooking the strap around your right foot. We are going to twist to the right and work on getting this heel towards you. If it really feels good to stay, just stay here. Otherwise, you can hook your right elbow towards your right toes and then thread your fingers through towards each other. We're still twisting to the right. I want you to hook your fingers together, your 2 pointy fingers, and then lift your left elbow up. Work on bringing a little bit more weight onto your right hip. Let's do the other side now. Bringing your right knee forward, extending your left leg back. Twisting over towards your left, hooking the strap, grabbing hold of your strap and try to get your heel towards your glutes. If you want to try Mermaid, you can hook your left elbow on the outside of your foot, thread your fingers, keep twisting to the left. Otherwise, you stay here. This is really good work. Hook their pointy fingers together if you're this far. Gonna lift the right elbow up. Get your head in between the elbow and turn to face towards the front or towards the short edge of the mat. Few breaths here. And release. Let's sit down on our heels. Place your hands on your thighs. If you'd like to go into Shavasana, you can go straight away. Otherwise, yogis, thank you for joining me. You are all magnificent, and namaste.